I'm not surprised by it. Certainly, I think right from the start, Mr. Sidhu probably knew, and his lawyers probably knew that he was fighting an uphill battle. It is the law as it exists in Canada right now, and I think for something like that to be overturned, there would have had to have been something significant, and I know this is a controversial issue amongst the Broncos community and certainly amongst Canada in large, and so I'm not surprised that that's what the judge ruled. I'm certainly sad for Mr. Sidhu and his family. Um, as you know, right from the start, we kind of advocated for him for the opportunity to stay in Canada, but clearly the powers that be and the legal minds that are out there decided otherwise. So, like I said, I'm sad for Mr. Sidhu's family, but I'm not surprised, unfortunately, that this is the outcome. One of the things I said before, it's my opinion that he's in a prison in his mind for the rest of his life. So to our family, it doesn't matter where he is, whether he's here or over in India. I think he's going to suffer with his actions and the consequences of those for the rest of his life. And um, I unfortunately, I think he's still probably fighting an uphill battle in his last attempt that he has. I don't even know if I'd say it's 50-50, but I have some of my best friends that say put the guy on a plane and get him out of here like right now. And these are some of my best friends. Um, and then there's other people that reach out to me that you know are encouraged by my stance on this, but I think it's so controversial. I really do, and that's why I'm not. One of the reasons I'm not surprised that the judge ruled it the way he did is that's the law. So let's uphold the law. And as you said, who knows what politicians are going to do? I gave up trying to figure out those guys a long time ago. Um, so I really have no idea um, how this is going to play out for him. And unfortunately, it's pretty controversial, his position and where he's at. So I don't know how politicians are going to gauge that one. As you know, Mr. Sidhu and I did have some words in the past, and um, he's going through stuff too, and everybody does in their lives. And I mean, you only have one option, and that's just to keep putting one foot in front of the other and trying to make each day better. And that's all he can do, and that's all any of us can do. Everything else is kind of out of your control. So um, that's pretty much as easy as it gets, I guess. You know, they were. The more I think about it, and the pictures that we have around our house, and playing some junior hockey myself back in the day, and being a part of hockey teams, they were just a good group of kids, and the amount of time that they spent together, that was a good team. They were good kids, every one of them, and I know that was certainly Darcy's vision for that group, and I guess it depends on how existential you want to get with it, but they were a good group of kids, and for Evan specifically, he was just such a empathetic young man. He had a big heart, a huge heart, and a very old soul. And I think if he'd still be here, he'd probably be going through medical school right now or some other type of professional college to find a way to be a positive impact on as many people's lives as he could be. Um, so that's what we're left to try and do in his name. We got tournaments and scholarships and things that we're trying to um, help out the next generation of the kids coming through Saskatoon, and just let them all know a little bit about who Evan Thomas was, for sure. We always still look forward to the holiday season because it's our chance to get Evan home, and we made a big deal out of having him home at Christmas time, and a lot of positive family memories certainly surround this time of the year. But in general, Karen, it's one day at a time. I mean, every day you wake up and he's still the first thing on my mind and the last thing when I go to bed. And we just try to put one foot in front of the other and do the best we can as a family to uh, be a family and support our daughter and what she's doing now, and then also just to continue Evan's legacy, and, I've said all along that, our family forgave Mr. Sidhu a while ago now, and it wasn't so much to set Mr. Sidhu free, but it was to set our family free. And, now we're free to move forward and do the best we can in Evan's name for our community, and try and be a positive impact in his name here. And that's what we really concentrate on now. And is that, um, Evan's legacy, and supporting that. And all of these other things that happen from time to time, you know, I, it's just another sad chapter in a horrible, tragic story that is going to play on forever, because it was a tragic event in Canadians' history, and this is going to play out forever. And, we're characters in this book, and this whole chapter, Mr. Sidhu and his deportation. Now it's another chapter in that book, and it'll be written, and our family's going to carry on. Like I said, being the best family that we can be in Evan's name. So that's where we're at.